Hey guys, Saturday, June 27th. It is day number 104 of learning how to adapt our fitness at home. And today we're getting the weekend rolling with some cardio lower body work, trying to increase aerobic capacity. So, on the 3 minutes for 5 rounds, meaning you're going to start a 3 minute window and then you're going to have a 1 minute rest window 5 times through. So each 3 minute work window is going to be unique in a score in and of itself. At the 3 minute window, you're going to complete a 200-meter run. I'll put the adaptations up for a bike and for a rower. You are going to perform 20 lunge hops, which I'll demonstrate in the video in a second. And your score for the 3 minute piece will be max effort double unders with the time left after the run and the lunge hops. All right, once you guys get to 3 minutes, full minute of rest before we start the next 3 minute window at 4 minutes in. Okay, so 2 ways to do this. You guys can score all 5 of those rounds individually and compare them to see how well you were able to sustain your pace, which ideally is the goal here. Or you can just find a total running and add up all the double unders you guys do. I personally would look at my time and look at my 200 times, as well as the number of double unders completed, and try and keep those as consistent as possible. Obviously, the lunge hops probably going to slow down a little bit just from the sheer fatigue in the hips and the quads. But if we can keep the run and the completed double unders the same, that is a pretty good sign for our ability to build those up going forward. Alright guys, so not a lot to go through today. Remember, you're going to take off on your 200-meter run. When you guys get back in, you're going to perform 20 lunge hops from there. Okay, remember, a lunge hop is hopping literally from one lunge into the next. The point is I take off on the extension, the stand of my lunge, and I land and decelerate myself down into the next lunge. I tell people to think about pushing off and pushing out in both directions as they take off, just to help them get a little bit more balance from that standpoint. Once you finish those 20, so 10 each side, we're into the double unders, which is, if you have not done them, 2 rotations of the rope per hop. We're looking for a max effort with the time we have left. Let's get into some modifications because we're not looking at a lot here. So obviously lunges are going to be the first one coming from the lunge hops. If you guys have a knee, hip, ankle issue, something along those lines with the lunges, think about how we can modify that to get rid of the issue. Sometimes if I raise the front foot in terms of what I'm stepping on, changes the depth, doesn't put as much strain on the back knee, but I can still get some work on that front leg like I want to. We can also do step-ups if you're having a problem overall, maybe some ankle flexion or something on the lunges. And then for the double unders, whatever we've done in the past, whether it's singles, 1 rotation per hop, whether you guys are doing jumping jacks, whether we have something that we're kicking and touching our feet against, or whether you're hopping laterally over an object or just a line on the ground. Let's keep the same, as long as you guys are really working the calves and our heart rate is increasing, making it harder to come back down for the next round, you're basically getting the point. Now, real quick, let's talk about something on the run. If you don't know what the distance for 100 meters out and 100 meters back is, let's take into consideration possibly the time, okay? So a good runner running hard is going to have to push to get into the 30-second window, right? Meaning sub 40 seconds on 200, especially if there's a turnaround involved. A average runner running hard is going to have to push to probably get under 60 or 50 seconds. All right, so kind of give yourself a measure and an estimate. We're going to do 5 rounds. So ideally, you're going to be able to sustain at least 80% of that pace, if not upwards of 90%, depending on how well you can recover from the calf work on the previous round. So making a judgment call if we're going to be measuring time figure out what you're going to use. So like, let's say I'm going to use 50 seconds. I'm going to run out for 25 seconds, and then I'm just going to come back. And that's going to be whenever I get back my assumed 100 meters and 100 meters, okay? So it's going to be a little personalized to you guys, and you should have a decent idea of how that's going based on how well you're able to sustain it, the distance and the pace. It does kind of give you a unique perspective because you can always see where that 25-second turnaround is coming from and give yourself a target of what to try and get to from the previous round, so to speak. All right, thanks for joining us. See you guys tomorrow for Active Recovery Day.